Queer cats are tone setters, the same reason my main legion of chrome wetters. With long cheddar, mixed with lines written, no time slipping. When we rhyme spitting, divine mission. Since the house days, GA Grandma left DJ Tam to outrage. The South stays, about that Beretta clapping, lines balanced with
Head on over to Spotify and all other streaming platforms. Check out the NoMercyTV Podcast. Yo, what's good, y'all? No Mercy, Trap New York shit, NoMercyTV.com. You know what time it is, man. This weekend, Geechee and his people, shout out to him, Kevin Parks, everybody over there, they threw another event. Y'all know the Riot. They had Coffee Brown versus A-Ward scheduled, right? So Coffee Brown no-showed the battle, just didn't show up. And A-Ward, he was there. He had flew out there. He had his people fly out there, etc., etc. So Coffee Brown doesn't show up, can't get the battle done. A-Ward even said he was willing to do it the next day. It couldn't get done. So I didn't put two and two together, right? See, and this is why you have to pay attention to people's interviews, people's blogs, and some of the things that go on. I don't know why I didn't think of this before. Coffee is loyal as hell to URL, right? Coffee is battling for URL. She's on caffeine, etc., etc. The Riot stream was on Twitch, on KOTD's Twitch channel. You feel me? So now I'm not saying this was right at all, because my thing is the battle was booked. I feel like it should have got done. But at the same time, when leagues are making these kinds of adjustments to the event, I do feel like when it's certain people that are contractually obligated to other platforms, I do feel like you got to give a heads up, right? Because, and for some people, this doesn't happen often, right? Because, you know, Geechee and Coffee is squad, et cetera, et cetera. So you would think that that communication might be there, or you would probably even think, hey, maybe Coffee's still just going to do it just because. And then when you look at it, like me, I'm looking at it as a person who's a league owner. And I went through this situation before, right? I had an event booked out in Cleveland for the Trap New York, where Gully and Organic came out to host. And when we booked Reaper Rell, we told him about the event. Now, initially, we didn't have plans on Gully and Organic coming out to host, right? Shout out to Young Smurf. We had hollered at him because, you know, he was moving to KOTD at the time, and he had helped put it together to get Gully and Organic out there. So when the card comes out and Gully and Organic are on the flyer, Reaper gets hit up by Chico. You feel me? I know. The guy who everybody is, you know, the mysterious guy who's obviously making stuff happen in the background. But yeah, Reaper Rell got hit up by Chico, and Chico actually sent him the flyer and was like, yo, like, what is this? Or it was somebody from over there. I don't remember if it was Chico, if it was P, but it was some in that circle. Somehow the message got through. I don't know if maybe it was P and Chico hit P and was saying, yo, Reaper Rell is on this card, or it was somewhere along that line. You feel me? But and I probably still got the screenshots in my Facebook Messenger. But in terms of even something like that, you know, Gully and Organic is just there hosting. They not putting the footage out. But even with something like that, URL artists are not going to be allowed to battle in those type of settings. You understand? Even with Guardians of the Culture getting that, even with KOTD getting that Guardians of the Culture footage, you know, the Dre Dennis versus Av, the 2-on-2, the Geechee and B-Dot versus Loso and A-Ward, like, even them getting that, I'm pretty sure was an issue to some people, but you can't say nothing because the battles are done already. You feel what I'm saying? So once the battles are done, it's just strictly handing over the footage. It's just like, hey, well, they got the footage. Ain't shit the battlers could do about it. You feel me? But in terms of, the whole Coffee and A-Ward situation, I had put it together. And even like during the Miss Miami situation when Coffee Brown is doing, certain interviews and stuff like that, you can tell that there is a very strict loyalty there with her, Queen of the Ring, URL, et cetera, and she's real faithful to the brand. So I can see how if this whole Riot thing was probably like an adjustment that was made like within because I didn't even know that the Riot card was being held on Twitch. You feel me? I thought it was just going to be a regular pay-per-view like before, and then I happened to miss it. And then when I'm on my stream this morning, people are telling me, yo, it was on Twitch. I'm like, what? I could have watched it for free. You feel me? So I'm pretty sure something like that probably came into the works like last minute or so, maybe within like the last few days leading up to the event. And Coffee herself made a decision like, yo, I'm not rocking with it. You feel me? So I get it. Coffee Brown not coming out and saying this. So this might just be speculation, but knowing how this battle shit works, yeah, I almost want to say that I'm 100% sure that this is what happened. Even one of her tweets, she was saying like, Riot had other plans for the footage or had other plans for the event or something like that. That right there, I'm like, oh, okay. So that's why she backed out. So and I'm not, something like this, I'm not going to even say she wrong, because there's a certain level of loyalty there, but at the same time, battle rap is a wild place, man. Battle rap is a wild place. And when you make adjustments like that to an event, yeah, you're going to get these battlers that are going to bust their own moves based off that, quote unquote loyalty. And I'm pretty sure other people are going to say like, yo, there's certain other people that was on the card that's, down and they didn't, do no switch side, type of stuff or nothing like that. So it's all on, I don't feel like if you didn't back out the card, that means like you don't have any loyalty to URL or whatever the case was. You're just like, yo, some people are gonna have that because it's business, and some people are just gonna, go through with their original plan. So and it's one of those things that's tough. It's one of those things that it's tough to really, we would really have to sit down and have like a whole discussion about this shit, because it's just one of the things that I feel like it can be a hindrance to battle rap in terms of just like when there's certain plans, when the event is booked, right, and you set it up a certain way, and then let's say the last 4 or 5 days leading up to the events, certain things change, whether it's hosts, whether it's who's doing the pay-per-view, whether it's where it's streaming at, et cetera, et cetera. Some of these things might have an impact on the battlers. And as league owners, I feel like to a certain extent, even though it's our event that we are putting up money for, I do feel like just to cover our own ass, we should be proactive in hitting up certain people when certain things become involved, because you never know how people feel. Like, sorry, URL is that petty. You understand where they don't even want. Look, right? I'm gonna tell y'all this. I was at Mass 5, right? There was a battle going down, and somebody from URL was in the building, right? And they wanted that person to be a judge. That person was on some, no, I can't be a judge, because then being a judge means you got to be on camera and you got to be, doing a whole bunch of other stuff that is going to look like, it's going to give the appearance on camera that you're down with specific people. So dude couldn't do it. I'm not going to say who it was, but if y'all was at that event, y'all probably know who I'm talking about. But things just be like that. things just like that. And, you know, this is one of the dark sides of battle rap. This is one of the dark sides of battle rap, to where you can't even have certain people hosting or promoting or whatever, streaming your event without it possibly being an issue to someone. You know, so I would just say, to Geechee and Parks, you know, I don't know how it was handled, but I would just say, just in the future, when certain things like that are going on, y'all might have to check in with these battlers and be like, yo, what are y'all doing? You understand? Because if y'all are running y'all league and y'all are trying to, you know, of course y'all invested all this money, probably getting a certain level of like a bag or whatever from partnering with Twitch, KOTD, et cetera, et cetera. So you trying to make all your money back. But at the same time, you also got to think about, yo, there might be certain battlers that might be, you know, might have a certain issue or whatever the case is. So, you know, and this is no slight to anybody, you understand? But this is just letting y'all know, like, from a league owner perspective, I understand how this shit goes, because the same thing happened to me. Like I said, with Reaper Rell, we booked them, we set the event up and all that. A few days before the flyer came out, we decided to get Gully and Organic the host. And once that flyer came out with them as the host, Reaper backed out, JC backed out. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, this is what the situation was. So, you know, and you know, even JC, when I spoke to him, he said he didn't back out because of that. But at the time, he was still pretty active on URL. So, you know, with stuff like that, it's really hard to tell. So, you know, but it's crazy, man. It's crazy. And this is unfortunately how battle rap works. You feel me? So, you know, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, what y'all feel about the whole situation. You know, I don't think it was a situation where URL might have called and told her to back out. It just could have been a situation just off Coffee herself being on some, yo, I'm just going to be loyal and do it. So, you know, she hasn't specified, but as somebody who went through it and then seeing the tweets that she put out, I can almost guarantee that, you know, this is what the situation was. Just her being loyal to the brand that she's working with. And she possibly didn't know about the whole streaming situation beforehand. So, you know, let me know what y'all think about it in the comments. You know, hopefully her and A-War can still go down at some point. They might have to just film that by itself and then just, you know, drop it as a release on the Riot channel or something like that, you know. So let me know what y'all think, man. No Mercy, Trap New York shit, NoMercyTV.com. I'm out of here.